It is 9 o'clock and here I am. It is Card Making Monday with Mary. I am during the month of July and August, some of the August. I am going to be having some live YouTube at 9 in the morning Pacific time because I am off for education. I'm a teacher and longtime teacher, and so I'm a little available more, and so I decided I love that idea of doing a card making Monday. And whenever I do my card making Mondays at 9 o'clock live, every Monday through July and a couple of Mondays in August before everything goes crazy and I have to go back to my full-time job, I'm going to bring some kind of fun and creative types of projects. And today it's all about some card making hacks. And it's about really quick, multiple cards, really fast and easy, right? I think that Stampin' Up! Kits offer that perfectly. Paper Pumpkin offers that perfectly as well. But sometimes you just happen to have some great things that you find that you're like, wow, what a great deal. I'm going to get these. I'm going to show them. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Teresa. Thanks so much for popping in, and good morning. I hope you have your coffee. Well, if you're like on the East Coast, you may be getting ready for thinking about lunch. I've got my coffee, and I'm going to share some great projects with you. I am going to be creating 10 cards from very little supplies, adding wonderful Stampin' Up! Things to some craft store bargains that I got. And so I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera around. There we are. Now let me show you. I have had up in my stash of crafting things some products that I got when I'm out in the craft stores. I like to peruse the clearance aisles. And so I happened to get some really cute things. And I've had these, oh my gosh, you guys, probably for a couple years, just sitting in a bucket, not even touched. But you know, I kind of looked at this and went, wait a minute. This beautifully embossed package of 5 sets of cards and envelopes. And oh, then I found these cute little gold wire flowers. And of course, then there's the tags. I'm always picking up tags. Packages of tags, when you find them for like 50 and 70% off, and you're getting 15 of them, and they're like chalkboard pieces, well, yeah, I'm just going to grab those because so quick and easy. And then there was also these gold enamel pieces. And I liked that they were really big because I thought, oh, they could go right in the center of those flowers, right? So I have had these forever, and I was just cleaning a bit in my stamping room, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to break this out and check it all out and get some cards going. Now, the other thing I'm going to use is I'm going to use the Friends for Life bundle here. Oh, you're getting ready for lunch, Bonnie? Yeah, what are you having for lunch? My gosh. My husband and I had, I just ended up making like ham and cheese sandwiches, and I'm not a sandwich person. I mean, I'll like some tuna, but oftentimes I'll just have some like crackers and cheese or, tuna and crackers. But this bundle's really fun. It also comes with this shadow die, but I just have it out right now. So you can do your thin line sentiment and then shadow it with the bigger one. So I have this Friends for Life bundle, and I thought how fun it might be to pair these things together. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you my hack for just bashing out some cards. And what's fun about this, it says 5 cards and envelopes. Well, wait till you see what I'm talking about. So let me pull out the card. I've got one card in here because I already pulled the other ones out to get some things started. And I want to show you, this is the envelopes. The envelopes are like a linen fabric. They're very interesting. And then when you open up the card here, the design is on both sides. So look at that pretty embossed floral card. You might have seen before, I have a video where I had the cards that had the open frame, and I created cards with those quite a long time ago. But on the inside, you get that same linen here. And so I'm going to be taking that out. So let's just show what I was doing here. I just open it up and I just go ahead and cut at that fold of the card. And I'll go ahead and pull it apart, and I'll just take out these linen sheets. Now I will use the linen sheets for something, but I'll show you about what to use for that, okay? Now I have my 2 layering card fronts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these down, and I'm going to cut them down more than just 1 layer of a card. So let me show you. My card bases, I've already put them together. I've got 10 of them. I have Melon Mambo at 5 1/4 by 4, because this card is a 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And when you fold it, it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So then you just go down 1/4, 5 1/4 by 4. I've already stamped my "You Are Much Appreciated" inside and did the fun double heart. This is the double heart. And then since I'm going to be using the friend, I went ahead and pulled out Wonderful Thought stamp set, and I'm using the "You Are Much Appreciated" for that, for the inside, combining those two. So then when I take my card layer and I cut it down, I'm cutting it down to 3 3/4 by 5. 3 3/4 by 5 for that layer. And I love that pop of pink. I love pink and black together. I think it's striking. Now, what's interesting about this paper that the card's made out of, it's also almost like, I don't want to call it a mulberry paper, but it really frays, like it's just pressed of maybe even that same linen. I'm not sure, but it is very interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and just take the 2 that I just cut apart, because they are larger. They're 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. I'm going to come in, and both pieces are not the same. The designs don't line up, the front and back of the card, but that's okay. So I'm at 3 3/4. And when I pull this, I've got this great little bordering piece here. It doesn't cut all the way through. Like I said, it's very interesting. And then I'll pull that apart. And you can see how it's a little fuzzy. It's kind of interesting. And then I got to turn it and do the 5 1/4. And I've got to decide what I want to cut off here. So I'll just go to 5 1/4 right here. Hi, Carol. From South Carolina. Oh, goodness. I hope you are staying cool. We woke up this morning to kind of a overcast, a little misty. Loved it. Said it's going to get maybe high 70s to low 80s here today. We've been higher. I know you and the East Coast, you guys have been melting. But for us here, 90. Okay, these are not cut right. 92, 95 for us is. Out here in the Pacific Northwest is like, whoa. That's 5 1/4. Oh, I don't want 5 1/4. I need 5. That's what the problem is. I'm sorry, you guys. I need 5. It's 5 by 3 3/4 for the third layer. Or second layer, I should say. And that bottom one just doesn't like to do it with the 2 together. Okay. So now I have 10 of my layer pieces, which are going to go right on the 10 layered bases that I have for my cards. But what I want to do is I have my Melon Mambo and my lemon lolly. And you guys, what was the price of this 5 cards and envelopes? The price is not on here. But again, I got them for like 70% off, so I maybe paid like $1 something for those 5 cards, which is amazing. So I'm going to bring in my lemon lolly, and I'm going to go ahead and ink it up. And then I'm just going to use one of my linen pieces to kind of pull some of that off. And I'm going to come in, and I think I'm just going to give some color. I'm actually not even going to stamp off. I'm going to just come in and give some color to these flowers. Lemon lolly is a pretty color, but I thought I'd see, what does the lemon lolly look like? Now I know those are leaves, but I'm still just going to kind of come in and tone it with the lemon lolly. I'm going to do some with the lemon lolly, and then I'm going to see what happens if I try to do some with the melon mambo. Now melon mambo, you guys, is a brighter, darker color, right? So we're going to have to be careful about that. Oh my gosh, it's 99 degrees. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm thinking so much of you guys in that Midwest and East. My daughter lives in Kearney, Nebraska, and actually their weather in Kearney was similar to ours in the 80s. And then now suddenly they're, and the problem I know is like it's that humidity added on top of all of that, right? I'm going to do half of them with the lemon lolly, and I'm just kind of hinting some parts, just giving it a little bit more, and I'm not pressing down real hard, you guys. I'm really focusing on those popped up flowers. If you can see that, push that farther so you guys can see better. And I think this is my 5th one. Now this is you know, some of this is going to be covered up obviously with my tags, that black fabulous tag. Now, if I was going to be stamping on those black tags, I of course would use Versamark, and I would emboss white, my sentiment in white. So now let's close up the lemon lolly. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I want to make sure, you know, 10 should be 5 and 5, right? But this pile feels puffier, so I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Oh, that would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? Oh, well, I'm glad some of you are joining me here this morning. Let me have a little more coffee. I've been up since about 5 something. The dog, our very old dog, Rosie, she's pretty well blind and she's pretty well deaf. And she's gotten into this thing. Sometimes it's 2 in the morning. Sometimes it's 3. Sometimes it's 5. Oh yeah, see how the brightness of that? Very much brighter. So you do want to pat off before you start your coloring. I don't want to do the yellow and the pink on the same card. As I just kind of put it together like that, I feel like it's just too much. So I just keep it one tone. So these will be my Melon Mambo fronts. If you want to add more variety, all 10 of my card bases are basic black with the Melon Mambo layer. You can switch it up. You can make the card base Melon Mambo and then have the black card layer underneath this. So you don't have to stick with all 10 of your cards being the same colors, right? You could even maybe try a little lemon lolly and pull that in. There we go. Look at that. 10 of them. Quick and easy. I didn't even know, you guys, if I was going to have blending brushes available, because yesterday afternoon, after I had a demonstrator team gathering event yesterday, I took all my blending brushes upstairs, put down a kitchen towel, and I washed all my blending brushes. Well, I thought, no problem. Well, this morning, my blending brushes are not dry, but I happen to have 2 of them sitting down here still, so nice. Okay, so now look at that. We've got all 10 of our 10 of our layers. I'm going to go ahead quick. I'm going to turn them over, and we're going to just pop them right onto the front of those card bases, because this is about a quick 10 cards hack. And when it comes down to it, when I think about cost on this, so let's say my card pack with the envelopes ended up being about, I'll say about $1.50, because it was they were 70% off. And this was like I said, I've had these for a couple years. And then you saw the tags and the embellishments were $2.49, and I would have gotten those as well for 70% off. So 25, oh, that one is not cut down all the way. Mayday, mayday. Let's set that one aside. Is this one cut right? That one's cut right, so we'll put that one down. Woo! It's like mayday, something's wrong. And you guys know whenever I have embossed layers, I use, well, that's pretty tight, so that's okay. I use liquid glue because it will hold better. Let me just double check here that these are all correct. That one is not correct either. That's good. Let's check these, you guys. And those are good. I don't know what happened to those 2 pieces. Well, they'll get figured out. The liquid glue can get down all in those nooks and crannies. Kind of repeating myself, but that's okay. Need to hear it over and over again to remind ourselves. All right. Quick, quick, quick. And I just zigzag some glue. Ooh. I like that this layer has a little bit of that fuzziness going on. It doesn't have it all the way around. Ooh, 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 I'm sliding. I'm sliding. Liquid glue is so great. You can move around some things. You guys are quiet this morning. Are you anybody multitasking? Is anybody crafting or doing something else while they're watching this morning? So I had a team gathering yesterday. Once a quarter I try to pull us together and I have us do a few projects. And we did a hack with a dollar store photo book from the Posh Paper Lady on YouTube. Shared this idea. And I loved the idea, so I said, well, we'll do this in our team gathering. But creating that then spawned us creating another project with the photo pages, which then caused us to have a third project we needed to create, because when we did a shaker card. When we did our shaker card, our one piece that we die cut out gave us, another piece. And so we were able to do 3 projects. And so I'm going to do a video and create that with the 3 projects so you can see how it all turned out. Now let's go ahead and get this cut. What did I do? I must have done just, whoops. I am left-handed, so my thing always comes over here. I'm going to cut this side. What is this at? 3 3/4. Yes. Yes. Okay, this one says it's fine. I'm going to go just a little bit more. It just seems to be a little bit off. And look what I did. All I got was this rough little edge. That's okay. And this one, oh, this one has glue on it, but that's okay. I'll get it figured out. I can clean glue off my trimmer. It's no problem. There we go. Now let's hope I don't need to use my trimmer because that's got glue on it. A little wipey wipe and it'll be all cleaned up. Okay, so let's get these on the last two, and then I'm excited to get this card rolling. We've got it, actually, if you think about it, 3/4 of them all the way done. Like I said, I already folded the bases. I already cut apart the cards because you don't need to see all that. Working from home today. Oh, I see. That's awesome. Working from home. I love it. I wish my job with my school district, because I do virtual academy, all my students are online students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is another one that I need to trim. But the district says we have to work in the building that the administrator for the program is at, which is in Kingston, Washington, which is about 50 minutes from my home. To go into an office, sit down, go on the computer for the day. It's kind of crazy. It is crazy, but you know, you do what you gotta do. The feeling, I guess, you know, is all of the other teachers have to, you wouldn't think these have a direction, but they do. All the other teachers have to go in every day for their students, so, okay. All right, so now that we have those, let's take a look. We've got our beautiful little lemon lolly sponging and then our melon mambo sponging. Now, let's talk about the linen piece. So here is the linen piece. I'll set those aside, and I'm going to show you my sentiment that I did. So if you look at this die in the set, it's a long, just a long swoosh, right? And so what I did is I took the linen, and then I grabbed my lemon lolly blends, and I simply ran my blend over then I took the dark. Now I just came in with the dark, and it looks kind of blotchy, and see what I did there? And then I'm going to go ahead and I'll just take and cut a piece off, and I'll die cut it just so you can see how what happens. So it's wet right now, but it's going to dry up. Bring my mini. So lay that there. I'll grab the die. I don't need the whole die. It's quite a long swoosh. But if you have a nice long sentiment, it'd be great. Ooh, I just thought about our Sweetly Scripted stamp set. Has the thin line, and then here you have a lemon lolly piece for your sentiment that you didn't have to cut out your cardstock to do it. You didn't have to use your Stampin' Up! Lemon lolly. You just use your blends, color on the linen that's already given to you, and create all of your sentiment strips. Now you can see mine are varying shades of the yellow, which I love. I think it's great. Some are darker, some are lighter. And notice it's much smaller. Basically what I did is I stamped and then just cut it out. Okay? So we've got those. The other thing that we have is our focal point, which is the die cut out friend. Okay? So what I did is I went ahead and stamped with the Melon Mambo, the friend stamp, and then I used the die, which is the shadow die, basically, if you do the other die of the words. And then I just went ahead and I cut it out. Well, now, you know, you guys, whenever I do something like this, I want to stabilize it more. So what I did is I went ahead, and you can see now this is much thicker. And when you look, I have layers of it. Okay, so let me show you what I did. I'm going to take 2 pieces of basic white, and I'm going to go ahead with my Stampin' Seal. Oh, it's antique looking. Yes, it certainly is. It certainly is. You are right. I'm going to go ahead and put my layers, and I'm putting kind of strips of that all the way along to cover like the whole thing. And then I'm just going to put that right on another piece of basic white. They're not exactly the same size, and it doesn't really matter. So I can do 2 basic whites in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I might be able to do 3. Now these are just basic white. I could use thick basic white, and it would make it even harder. I'd have to run it back and forth a few times to get it to cut through both. But basically, I'm just going to run both of those through. And I'm going to come back. And pull it apart. Now what's really great about this, you guys, because I put those already together with my tape, these 2 layers are already glued together. Since I could go through both of them, right, I glued them together first already, so that's less gluing that I have to do. Now, you could do it even thicker than I did. Like I said, mine is 3 of the friends thick. You could go 4, you could go 5. And then to adhere your one that you stamped, I always put the glue on the base. So I have my Barely Art glue here. What I like about this Barely Art glue, I just got it from Amazon, and I got it from my team members at our last quarterly meeting, is I like that the glue that comes out is white so I can see it. And you get different tip thicknesses that you can use. And then I just bring my stamped one over, I line it up on one end, and I just go ahead and lay it down. And I tell you what, this lays together so quick and easy. You have your liquid glue so you can move things around a little bit. And now you have a nice, thick, almost chipboard-like word. I know people like that chipboard idea, and this is a way that you can do kind of your own chipboard for something that you have, like this friend wording, right? And so again, this is 3 thick. You could go ahead and you could double it up and make it even that much thicker if you wanted. That might be a great idea for something that's like a gift box, things like that. But I'm great with having it just like that. So now we need to pull in our fun other things. Now, I was trying to decide which tag I wanted to use, but I think I want to use the little banner ones. And these are just going to be used as a layer on our card. And so we need 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Why don't I do half and half? There's 5 of those, and I'll do 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm dealing cards, it looks like. And then I got my gold. All right. So let's put these other things away. Don't want to lose anything. And I would like to go ahead and stamp out my thank yous. I've got my one here that I did. I can lickety-split, do the other thank yous. And the thank you is right from the stamp set, Friends for Life. It's the thank you right here. We're going to do thank you, friend. Bet you didn't see that coming. Now you can stamp on this okay. I'm going to come closer to the rough end of it. I was trying to stamp the linen as like the inside layer of the card, but it just didn't seem to do very well. So I decided that it was enough to use these strips. I just love the little linen look, and then using your blends to color it. Now, could you use Stampin' Write markers to do it? You could. Yep. That will work as well if you don't have the blends. The thing about the blends is that they're alcohol based, so they're permanent. This is what the other side looks like after I ran it through the die cutting. Kind of flattens that down. Now I think I have more than 10 here, so I better count. Don't need to waste your guys' time by doing more. Right? Oh, goodness. Oops. Hope I have more than 10. And one more. You know, I was hearing somebody coming in the house. My husband ran to town, so I'm a little wondering. I'm going to just do a real quick run, you guys. I'm not sure what's up. I'll be right back. It's all right. It was my husband. He hasn't left for town yet. I think he just came back from taking the doggy for a walk. All right. Those are great. Let's set that aside. Let's grab my scissors. This one's going to just go over there. Grab my scissors real quick, and I'm just going to come in and clip off that excess. I love taking these things that I've gotten and see how can I incorporate them. But like I said, I'm always looking for little things that can make work a little easier. And any of those kinds of tags or things like that, and gosh, when they're on that 75% off clearance, how can you not? Right? There we are. Okay, let's get these off to the side there, and let's go ahead and put this together. Okay, so here is my idea. I'm going to bring this tag in, and it's going to sit like this. Then I'm going to bring the fun little flower in, and it is going to clip on. How is that going to clip on? I kind of forget. I guess it could clip on just like that. There we go. Yep. And then I was going to have the thank you kind of get in there. Maybe I'll have it come on top of it and tag in like that. That's fun. I can have it come in like that. And then the friend is going to sit just like that. Isn't that fun? So let's do that. Let me go ahead and tack that down. I think I'm going to use a mini dimensional to tack the thank you down. Right there. And then there we are. That's going to sit just like that. And that's going to go down. So let me go ahead and glue that down with my liquid glue. That flower should stay there. It shouldn't be a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I want the thank you to be kind of going straight across, since my friend is going to or my thank you is going to be right here, like so. All right, so I'm going to take some mini dimensionals. Put those here. I'm even going to have to trim a mini dimensional. Isn't that funny? And maybe one more on the E. All right, so let's take a look how that's going to be. I love layering up these sentiments. It's just, they're just so much more hearty. I do want that tilted, so I'm going to go right there with it. There we are. Look at that. Now the thing that I was going to do, and so we'll have to try it on the next one, I really wanted to put a gem in that center of the one that I had done. So the other one, and this time I'll take this tag. You have to decide, there's the shiny or there's the flat side. I like the shiny side. So let me grab these flowers again. Well, thank you. I'm trying to figure out how did I do this to where that was on the top. It was not that. What did I do? Did I do that? I must have done that. Oh, we could do that. That'll work. I'll do that for this one. Okay. So I'm going to glue this down. Whoops, wrong glue. And I think I just did the flat side, you guys. Oh, getting out your embossing folders, you're going to try that. Oh, uh-oh. We can't have that. We can't have this pop back out. No, you have to stay there. It's because I don't have the clip quite right. Yeah, you know what, guys? That's not going to really work. We've got to do this the right way. We got to put that underneath. And since we, but this is good. This is good. This is good. We have that hole right there. See that hole? All right, that's what's happening now. So then for this one, I was going to go ahead and have the thank you. I was going to have the thank you kind of under it, but that doesn't work very well. So we're going to have to bring it up, put it in. Have the thank you tilted on this one like that, because I want to take the gold dots these gold dots that I got, and I want to put one in the center of that right here. Because look how fun that is. All right, so let's go ahead and put this thank you down. Just got to tuck in just a little bit more. I don't want it coming off the edge of that card. Okay, so let's get those mini dimensionals. Put one right up underneath it here. And we'll put it down. And then I need the other one right under here. There. So now we've got that thank you with the gem right in the center of that. And then we'll take another one of our friends. And then my friend can sit up more. I like that. So if you guys haven't gone online and checked out Stampin' Up's products or their online exclusives, there are some great online exclusives right now that are available. Bonus Days is also happening, where when you spend $50, you get a $5 bonus coupon. And there's no limit to how many you can earn. And then you get to redeem those in August. So that's fun. I'm also doing, when you place a $50 order with me through my online store, I am working on 6x6 sampler packs of a bunch of different holiday designer papers that I will send you as a thank you. So a little double bonus there for you. Earn $5 bonus coupon, and you'll get a sampling of some great holiday designer paper to get going on your holiday cards that you need this year. I love Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper. I have so many wonderful papers. There we are, a thank you friend with that beautiful gem right in the center of that flower now. And then that tag. So if we take a look at the two different tags there, I could still do a gem, but it wouldn't be in the center of the flower. I'd be covering up that T, but I could do a little bit of some little gems on here. Yeah, there, just get all gemmy on it. There we go. So thank you, friend. Ah, that one doesn't have its inside. Let's grab and do its inside. I tried to get all of the insides in and all of that, just so we wouldn't have so much to do. But you know what? These are stunning cards, right? And I didn't have to emboss any of those backgrounds. I didn't have to do any of that. So there are two. Both of those are Lemon Lolly. So let's grab and do So I'm going to bring out my clips. These flower clips I have had for so long, and I just thought, oh my gosh, so darn cute. I think I had gotten those when the, what is going on there? Oh, what? These are caught in some sort of slit. There we go. When I think the Fresh as a Daisy stuff came out is when I had gotten those, because I thought, how cute would those be for that, right? Yeah, you're going to have to try that, aren't you, Bonnie? The sponging on your embossing folders, yeah? All right, so we'll go ahead and, ooh, this one is like bent. There we go. I'm going to still bring that thank you there in front of that. Grab my dimensionals. My dimensionals, I should have an easier way for this. I just don't. It depends on where it's going to sit, and then I can put it down. Hello, go down. Oop, it's stuck to me. No, don't stick to me. There's that. Nope. This has to sit up. I don't want it going past there very much. I will get better at figuring out these little dimensionals on this strip. I swear I will. Well, when you're doing 10 cards, it's bound to happen, right? So let's go ahead and pop these off. Just discovered that these do not like to stick on that linen very well. So I'll get my glue to glue this down. Put that down. We'll go ahead and slip our thank you right in there like that. And then we'll put that down. And once we have it with the mini glue dots, I need to put one more mini glue dot under there. We don't have to glue that very end of that thank you. It's tucked under that flower, so that's fine. I'm going to grab my stylus and put the dimensional on the stylus and just slip it on up right under there. Let it catch and then pull out there so that it has that support. And then I'll grab one of my friend. That could even go straight across this time. Yay, I'm going to do it straight across. Pop on some more of those. I'm just going to come along here on the edge of this and cut a few small pieces. One there, one up here. I could probably even use one on the other side. So the thing that's going to take time, obviously, on this project is putting all your little dimensionals on everything. So I'm going to finish this one up. Thank you, Carol, saying things are beautiful. That's so nice. I tell you, I love just the pop of the color. I just think it's so great. Thank you, friend. I'm going to grab my gem to pop it right in that top of that hole. And there we have it. And we need another inside. This one was not done either. So it's thank you, friend. You are much appreciated. And then you have a little hearts there for love. There it is. Oh my gosh. So there's one. There's two, and there's three. So what was my chore? I had to cut my black cardstock in half and score it in half. Cut a layer of Melon Mambo 5 1/4 by 4. Just grab those tags, grab the flowers, grab the gems, die cut and layer my friend. And you guys look at that. I've got 3 already, and I'm going to continue on more. So I'm going to do one more, you guys, and then I'm going to sign off for the morning, and I'll finish them up. But there you go. You can get yourself a little trip to your local craft store. Check out those clearance bins on any of their paper product things like these tags where you're getting 15 of them. Getting the 15 tags. And they're $2.49, and like I said, I got them for 70% off. Amazing. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just sit and glue my tag onto each of the bases. So I'm going to set that aside and bring this one in. I'm going to grab a flower. Going to go ahead and... Okay, what is happening now? Get under there. There we go. Glue my flower in place, put the tag down, and I'm just switching every other one, being the rectangular shaped one with then the one that's more like a banner. Set that aside, grab another one. See how quick we can go? Grab this, and that goes on like so. Let's go, 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 get on there. No, I want it this way. Oh, my husband is using a nail gun right now. I'm hearing it. We are working on our house. We have cedar-sided house, and we've been needing to replace some of the cedar boards. But after COVID, you couldn't find the length of the cedar boards we needed and things. And so we had to wait. So last year we were able to find cedar boards. We were able to stain and start fixing some of the cedar board things, because we're going to then also, we need to paint the house. Well, when we were replacing the cedar boards, my husband didn't have really the right nail gun for something like that. We thought he did, but then we were having some trouble with, especially on the front of my workshop room, which is a converted garage. We were having trouble with it, with the cedar boards and the heat starting to come off. And so he went and he bought himself a whole great new size that he needs. Get that all. And then we had issues. Our porch steps started failing. And so my husband, bless his soul, he ripped those out. We got our new steps. Managed to get those. I'm so glad you love these, Carol. Carol, if you're not part of the Facebook Stampin' Cafe group, which is kind of just social stamping, I try not to do a bunch of advertising and things on that one. I do have Mary's Stampin' Cafe, or Mary's Stampin' Spot is my business page. But you could join that, or you can find me and message me. I'd be more than happy to send you one of these cards if you would like one of these cards. That would be fun. I'd love to do that. I love doing like card sketches. There's Call Me Crafty Al has her sheet load of cards, and I love doing that. I love when kind of the design is already done. And with these products that I got on clearance, you know, a lot of that was already done too. Just that idea of that beautiful embossed piece and things like that. And there we go. This will be my 10th one. Whoops, just did a line of glue on my glass mat. Ooh. Did you know that you can order the glass mat now as a customer? It was a joining special that you could get it free when you joined several months ago, and now it's available to customers. So maybe you want to check out that glass mat studio. If you just go to online exclusives, you can find it. Hold that down to keep that down. All right, so there I have all of my tags on. The next thing for me to do is to go ahead and put my thank yous down. What I think is the best thing to do, wait, how many did I do? I did 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Is I'm going to go ahead and put my dimensionals on. Then I'm going to put it down. I'll put my dimensionals on my friend, and I will assemble the rest of my cards, but I don't want to keep you guys for more than just the hour. But if you would love for me to send you one of these cards, I would be happy to do that. Just I'll put the links down in the video after for the replay and everything of it. I'll put links for my events. I'll put links for the Facebook Stampin' Cafe group. Hey, Brenda. I'll put, no, they're not, Brenda. They're Park Lane paper clips, and I had gotten them in the clearance bins. A lot of times they have the Park Lane products just kind of there in the clearance bins. And I also got the tags that I'm using here. They were in I got them on clearance. And the embossing pieces. This was a card, a package of 5 cards with envelopes. Now you guys, I want to show you the linen envelope as well, because the envelopes for this, it's that same material that the inside of the card was. It's that linen, kind of a linen feel to it. So 5 of my cards will have a linen envelope, and 5 of mine will have a Stampin' Up! Envelope. You know, so that. So I'm going to go ahead on this one. I'm going to put just the dimensionals on it. We'll spend a few more minutes together, but definitely, you guys, go check out Stampin'Up.com. And remember, when you shop with me this month, well, when you shop with Stampin' Up, you'll get your $5 bonus coupons with $50 orders, but when you shop with me, you'll get those bonus coupons and a sampling of a bunch of different holiday designer series papers. So, oh, that went much quicker by just putting the vellum on the, not the vellum, the dimensionals right on the sentiment before tucking it. Perfect. I was trying to find the ones that I had shorter. A couple of my thank yous, I cut them and they were still a little long. So then I'll just go ahead and tuck that right in. And when I do that, I just go ahead and lay it down. Ooh, this little thank you's got a bumpily bump. I like it. I like it a lot. So what else do you guys have going today? I know people who are working, except for Bonnie, who was able to do a little bit of double duty. I do that all the time if I was working from home. You know, it's like I have double monitors, so I could be working on some stuff, or I could check out while I was working. I could check something out. The perks, right? Look at that. That's so cute. Oh, I'm just on a roll here now. But you guys, check out those clearance racks. Check out Stampin' Up's clearance racks. Their clearance rack's pretty slim right now. I know, they're so cute, aren't they? Hi, Susan. I was kind of like, well, I think I'm going to kind of be finishing up here. Not to keep you guys, you know, all morning, but I'm going to, actually, it's not taking too long here at all. Right now, just the thing is, the flower is a little bit movable, but now that I've put that thank you down, it's not going to. So those of you that are just kind of joining, this is a little bit of a few of the cards. It says, thank you, friend, and when you open it up, you are appreciated. And the card layer, the emboss layer, came from a card pack. What am I looking for? The black tags came from a pack in the clearance racks of the craft store. My gold gems and my flowers came from the clearance racks. My stamped images and embossed images and cardstock is my Stampin' Up supplies. But all that work done for me already, it doesn't take but an hour to get 10 cards. Susan and Teresa were at my demo team gathering yesterday. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to create those just to show how you get 3 projects out of one project idea. You ended up with three 3 projects. So much fun. One more, and then I'm going to put those gold centers on the inside. I'm putting the 2 little dimensionals close together right there because I don't really want them getting on the flower. So tuck that in there. Tuck. Get in there. Ooh, you're being a little fussy on me. That one's one of the kind of little long. So let's go ahead and put our gems in the center of each of them now. There we go. Yep, I don't remember what my original plan was for these. Might have to put a little bit of glue dots down in there to get those to hold. Yep, I am. My gold gems are needing a little help. So I'm going to put a mini dimensional down in there. That hole is big enough for that gem, but it's too big because then the little adhesive that's on the gem can't get down in there. So when you just stick it on top of that mini dimensional, that mini dimensional is going to hold it down. And the mini dimensional is the perfect size for that hole. See? Perfect. Hey Susan, what you got going on today? Susan's off as well. She is in kindergarten intervention with our neighborhood school district. And boy, definitely need the summer off with all them little 5- and 6-year-olds all year. Hey Becky, welcome. Susan, Brenda, are you back home now? I heard you broke your wrist on your travels. Yesterday, somebody, Teresa told me. I'm like, oh my gosh, you had to extend a little bit. And you had to have surgery. And you were out of state. It's like, what in the world happened? Get our dimensional in there. Take the little, again, get our dimensional in there. Take the little lid off. Like I said, this embossed piece was a whole card that had the front and the back the same design. And beautifully embossed, but the paper that it's made of, it's almost like just pressed layers of that same envelope linen kind of thing. So when you were cutting it to make this layer, it kind of frayed like mulberry paper does. That one's a little funky. There we go. All right. There we are. Look at all those. I had 3 cards totally done. And now all I need to do is to put my mini dimensionals on the rest of my friend die cut out pieces that I turned into like chipboard by doing several layers. So I took 2 basic white pieces, strip, I glued them together with tape, then I ran them through the die and I got 2 white layers that were already glued together, and then I just layered on this one so it would be much more substantial. And so there it is. So that is for sure right, Susan. I know it's education is tough. And it seems like more and more our littlest ones are coming in without a lot of that basic stuff that we just have thought for so long or expected for so long, you know. there was some sort of news thing that they were talking about that, COVID has kind of affected the youngest ones. Not the kiddos who were already in school, because they already had, social interactions and all of that. But the littlest ones who would be kind of going into the kindergarten and stuff here, when COVID happened and the parents were then working from home, and kids just weren't getting, the littles weren't getting the things, that social interactions, or the, having to, do a lot of, put your kids in front of the TV or things like that, because, parents had to a lot of them had to make ends meet as well. Got cleared on Thursday to fly, but supposed to stay in Minnesota, fit therapy, but family emergency brought me back home last night. Oh my gosh. Oh, so sorry, Brenda. Anyhow, it'll work. Everything will work out. Those littles come into the schools then, and they get that support, they get that socialization with the other kiddos. Everything will be fine. Kids are so resilient, for sure. I hope everything. Oh, said I was going to do one straight across. Since that was tilted, I'd try one straight across. So what do you guys think with the this one? I did the thank you straight across and the friend crooked. Let's do that. Let's do a little comparison. All right. We have tilted and tilted. We have tilted sentiment straight across friend. And then we have straight across sentiment and tilted friend. One of the things I had said earlier is you could do, I love the black base with the melon mambo and just the pops of color and that black. You could switch it around, do half of them with the basic black base, and put the, half with the basic black, and then do half with the melon mambo base, and just switch out your layer. And then you get even more variety there. And then for those of you that came in much later, just to tell you quick, is the inside layer of the card had a little foldy, and I cut them out. So I took them and I took my Stampin' Blends and I colored on that linen with my Lemon Lolly dark and light, and then I die cut out using the die for it here, and then I just stamped and then cut it shorter for that. So there we are, you guys. I'm not going to hold you much after an hour, so all I'm going to do is finish putting my dimensionals on my chipboard, homemade chipboard friend, and then I'm going to get them secured down. But I'll put my links for the Stampin' Cafe Facebook group and my Stampin' Spot. If you want me to send you one of these cards, go ahead and just send me a little message, and I will send you one of these fun little cards I've made. Again, check out those clearance racks at your craft stores. Check out the all of the Stampin' Up! Products for the bonus days and getting those $5 bonus coupons. And then also getting that variety of holiday designer series paper samplers from me when you spend that $50 on my online store. I appreciate that so much. You like the tilted? You like the third one? You like the third best? Oh yeah, I agree. I think I agree, you guys. I really like that too. I really think so. Yep. I'm just going to keep them going, and I'll just do some tilted and some not. And then if you like it straight, you'll have to tilt your head. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. I'm so glad that you joined me this morning. Stampin' It won't be able to fill it till this evening. Wait, have fun. Stamping, I won't be able. Oh, you won't be able to till this evening. Yep, that's true. That's true. Yep. All right, you guys. Have a great rest of your Monday. Stay cool, everybody that's suffering from the heat. Oh my goodness. Oh, and then you guys, until